Hi, Michaela Harris here. I want to take just a couple minutes today to show you what you could be doing to grow your business, even if you're not looking for a business to really take off and grow exponentially right now. Just some things that you have available to you using online methods. So first things first, I don't see a Google business profile coming up for your company. I'll explain why that's important in just a moment. And then the other thing is I did not see a website. I did see a Facebook page, which is great, but I did not see a website. Then again, I could just be missing that. It's just not showing up for me. So without a direct URL, I won't be able to find it necessarily right now. So I want to explain why those two things are super important, whether you're wanting to grow or not. If I was searching for painters in Mobile, and I'm looking here as a potential client, I'm going to want to go with the company that's easiest to find, and that's probably at the top, because at the top, most people think that being at the very top position means you're probably the best. So being in these top 3 positions is super important, because a lot of people are never going to click on more businesses, and a lot of people are never going to go, about 9 out of 10 people are never going to make it to the second page of Google. So being on the first page in the first position is super important, because there's a certain percentage of people who will click here, and then that starts declining once you go down the list. So whether you're looking to grow or not, it's important to be where customers can find you, and having a website and a business profile is how you're going to do that. Now, what I do want to show you also is why that's important, and what exactly that means if you were looking to grow. Your top competitor is generating 368 people clicking on his site every month. And what I'm talking about when I say top competitor is right down here, this first guy, first position, Pro One Painters. He's getting 368 people visiting his site every month. That is an insane amount of traffic. That's 368 people interacting with his website, possibly hiring him for his services, and that's 368 potential jobs and potential sources of revenue. Now, is he going to close all 368 of those? No, probably not. But even if he closed half, that's what, 180, 170, 180. Even if he closed around half, he'd still be getting a ton of jobs. The other thing that I want to reiterate to you that's important is, even if you're not wanting to grow, the reason why a website can help you is, in the past I've had clients that say, hey, I don't need more customers, but having a website, we built his website based around what kind of jobs he wanted. So not just to say, hey, well, I'm a painter in Mobile. Basically what his website did was direct people towards certain types of jobs. He was a home builder, but he did not want to build ground up. Even though he had the ability to, that's not what he wanted. So we made his website in a way that we steered people away from things like that, showed them that what he did was luxury renovations. He wanted to do this in luxury, high-end, more affluent neighborhoods. He did not want to do small mom-and-pop jobs down the road that weren't going to bring in high revenue. He wanted to do the high-revenue, high-paying jobs, and in certain areas of the neighborhood. He did not need extra clients, but it was important to him to be able to filter out his client base, because he wanted to answer his own calls and still be interacting with the customers on a personal level, even though his business had grown a lot in the last few years. He wanted to be able to still be able to answer the phone, and it was important to him to have some of those calls filtered out. So we basically built his website in a way that anybody who was looking to hire his company would see, hey, well, he doesn't really do these other small jobs. And it helps filter out his phone calls so that he can still continue to do the thing that he wants to do and interact on a personal level with his customers. So even if you're not looking to grow your business, ranking your business on Google and having a website that points people towards other high-paying jobs that you want to do, if there's a certain type of service that you like better, that you'd rather do more often or brings you in more revenue, then you can point people towards that job. This is what's going to help filter people out and get them more of the jobs that you want and less of the jobs that you don't. So having a website is not just important for getting more business, but it's for modifying the business that you're already getting so that you're not getting jobs that you don't want. But again, if I do want you to see that it's super important for your business if you want to grow, you have the potential to do that. That's 368 people if you were in his position, 368 potential clients that could be coming in using your services. So there is a lot of potential for growth, but there's also a potential for filtering out what you already have. And I know when we spoke on the phone, you said you were concerned about, more like your social media presence. There's a lot of potential there too. I've seen a lot of people do Facebook, Instagram, TikTok. I've literally seen people make TikToks of them working, and it actually helps advertise for their business. This can help bring people in. It can also help you filter out the types of jobs that you want to do. So of course there's always potential for growth on social media. You can do social media ads. It could be weekly posts on your page to show people more of what you do. Social media can act more as like a blog, whereas a website's more of informational. A social media page can show people more of what that work specifically looks like. So you're going to reach, like I said, the more places you're in, the easier it's going to be able to reach people. And depending on how you advertise yourself is what kind of jobs it's going to bring in for you. So advertising is not just to bring in more people, but advertising can be used in a way to promote your business for what you want it to be and the jobs you want to do, rather than just a generic, hey, I'm a painter. So I think it's super important for your growth as a company, not just growth in numbers, but to help bring in more revenue. Even if you can't take on more clients right now, there's a huge potential here. So I hope that all in all, this video was helpful to you and added value to your business. If you want more information or want to move forward with anything, let me know. If not, I'm still here to answer questions, and I thank you for taking the time to watch this today.